Hi everyone, welcome back to The Chosen One by Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for your support. Today I want to talk about Lord, order my steps. It's important that you ask God every time you wake up in the morning. You want to say, Lord, order my steps, because you don't know what may happen today. You don't know. It's very important that you open your mouth and you talk to God and say, God, order my steps today, because I don't know. I don't know. I may get in a fight with somebody at my job. Somebody might just bother me out the blue. Order my steps just to stay humble, just stay focused on your word, just to have a focused mindset. Sometimes the devil would just play with your mind, put things all in your mind, and just say stuff that ain't even true. That's why it's important to let God order your steps. Every time you wake up in the morning, Lord, order my steps, because I don't know what may happen today. I don't know. Lord, order my steps, because me and this person were just arguing. I don't know what tomorrow may be. I don't know what the next day may be. And that's why you want to pray. You have to have an open mind with God. You cannot have a closed mind with God. When you praying with God, you want to say, God, order my steps, because I'm going through so much and I need you to order my steps. I'm going through a lot. I need you to order my steps. I got so much going on in my household. I need you to order my steps. I have so much stuff going on around me. I need you to order my steps. I need you to help me with better friends. I need you to order my steps. Sometimes you have drama around you. You want God to order your steps, give you a focused mindset on him, because the devil is real. He is real. On one side, you got the devil. The other side, you got God. And the choice is, which way are you doing? Which way are you going to go? Which way are you going to go? That's why you need, every day you wake up, Lord, order my steps. Because the devil is always tempting people. The devil always going to tempt you to do wrong. God, let me tell you this, you got God always on your side. But God is not to be played with. God has been giving us chance after chance. People are still playing with sin. People still don't want to change. People thinking God playing. God is not playing with sin. You got to let sin go. You have to let sin go. Sin is not good. I know. I've been there. I've been there, and I'm a living witness. I'm not going to sit there and lie to you and tell you keep doing what you're doing. Oh, and you're going to be fine. No, I'm a lie if I tell you that. What you're doing, you got to stop doing. If you're going to live for God, do it fully. Go to church, be holy, live sanctified, tell people about God's word, and stop the sin. Sinning is not good. Sinning is killing people. And what is sin? Sin is having sex before marriage. Sin is having sex after you done had the baby. It's still sin. Sin is doing things that's out of the will of God. Yes, you made a mistake, but don't let your mistake hold you back from what God has in front of you. Yes, okay? You can do better. You get back up and you do better. Yeah, you done fall. Whatever you want to say, you have failed. No, you haven't. You can get back up and do better. Let me tell you this. Your come up can be so perfect if you just try. Just try. Get a job. Be a better person for yourself. You can accomplish anything you want to in life. You just have to have a focused mindset and not let people distract you. That's why when you wake up in the morning, you want to say, God, help my mind, help my focus, help my thoughts. Because the devil is always tempting people. He always trying to tell people what to do. But that's why you need to pray more. Wake up in the morning, Lord, order my steps today, because I don't know what may happen. I don't know if I may get in a fight. I don't know what this person may do to me. I don't know. Say, God, order my steps and protect me, because I don't know what people may do. And if you're the type of person that worries so much, you need to pray more. You need to fast. You need to seek God's face. You need to meditate. Don't let your anxiety, your stress, and your depression hold you down from God. Yeah, you take medication, but guess what? You can get off that medication too if you pray and surrender to God. Some of that stuff is just the devil. The devil is just telling people different things. You have to hold on to your faith. You have to hold on to what you believe in. Faith without work is nothing. And when I say faith is without work is nothing, you have to seek God. You have to believe in God. You have to, it's not a thing of, oh, I believe God. It's a commitment that you have to do. It's a commitment. I mean, I've been living for God for years, so I'm a living witness. I've been through everything. I have been through, different relationships. People use me for money, different things. And I mean, my life had changed this year, in 1 year. I didn't expect me to go through all this. I had a baby. I had a baby this year, January the 5th. She is now 11 months, and she's getting ready to be 1. And I went through a lot, domestic violence, and I'm only 28. And like I said, I'm not scared to tell my story at all. And I went through a lot this 1 year. Yeah. I went through so much stuff. I went through, a lot. I went through so much stuff in 1 year. But with God, I made it through. And, God is the key to everything. Can you imagine yourself having a baby, then you go through domestic violence after, and then you trying to figure out where you and your kids is going to sleep at? Do you understand what I'm saying? You're in a shelter to figure out what you and your kids going to sleep at. And you go into a shelter with your child you just had, like 6 months later. So it's 6, 7 months later. She was about 8 months when I went into the shelter. But the thing is, I'm a living testimony. I went through, let me tell you, my prayer life had changed my story. What I mean about that is I started seeking God when I was going through the drama I was going through when I was living with the person. And I prayed, I asked God, I said, God, look, I need you to change my story. I need you to change who I am. I need you to get me out this situation. When you start having faith, and I'm talking about you have to believe that your story is going to change, even though you can't see it tomorrow. But you have to have that much faith that God going to change your story. That's how I had belief. I seen signs of God changing my story. I said, I'm going to get out of here. And I am. I will. It doesn't matter how I got out. I had to do what I had to do. I got a boy and a girl. I got a 5-year-old and an 11-month-old baby. I had to do what I had to do. Yeah, I cried. I went through it. I was exhausted. I was stressed and everything. Got counseling. And I thank God for just always being beside me. Yeah, you cried. You go through things. But only thing I hold on to was God. My family was there. They was there helping me, supporting me and stuff. I would call them and tell them, look, I went through so much this year. I went through a lot. I went through a lot. I just don't tell people everything I go through. But I'm very strong. I'm very strong. I'm telling you, it's only by the grace of God. I hold on to God. I hold on to God. Doesn't matter what comes your way. Don't let nothing hold you down. Hold on to God's hand and know that God is always holding on to you. And it doesn't matter what that man say or what that woman say. Domestic violence is not acceptable in a relationship. If you in a relationship with that, you need to let that go. You need to let it go. putting your hands on the man and the woman ain't gonna work. If you got to do all that to make a relationship work, it won't last long. It will not last long. I'm going to tell you this. God will destroy it before it get any further. And yes, he will. You cannot fix something that's just not meant to be. You cannot push something. You cannot force something if it's not meant to be in God's will. Definitely, if God protection, let me tell you this. I'm going to show you something real fast. When God protection is on your life like this, and it say, can't touch this one. You can't touch this one. You can't touch this one. Just take it. When I say take it, take God's word as a warning. Sometimes, I'm going to tell you, I used to wake up every morning and I would just exercise. Or I would take my daughter with me. When I used to stay at my old place with my kids. And I would just wake up in the morning, take my son to school. And I just used to pray. I said, God, look, I just kept having faith. And I'm not lying to y'all. I got this same oil I've been praying for my kids. I anointed us. I prayed over this oil. One day I just went to Giant. And I tell y'all, I went to Giant. I said, I just had faith. And I named this oil, the healing oil, because when I tell y'all, I went through so much this year. I went through so much. And I broke down because I asked God over and over, why would you let me go through domestic violence? Why would you let me go through homeless situation? Why was I going through so much at one time? I'm 28, young. And I went through this in 1 year. 1 year. Never knew what homeless felt like. Never knew it until I was in that situation. So I know how homeless feel like, and I know what they go through. But sometimes I'm going to tell you this. God will put you in a situation to help other people. And when I tell you, I'm a living witness. I help people. I counsel people. And what I have to do is give back to the community, because just because you see a woman and a child on the street doesn't mean that she don't care. She do care. She's just in a situation with her life and she don't know how to deal with it. You know, I never knew what homeless... Let me tell you this. After I had my daughter, I was happy. January the 5th. February, March, April, May, June was getting a little hectic. July, around my birthday, was a little hectic. August, things started just messing up when I was with this person. And started to see some signs, but I didn't really pay attention to it. But when I seen things come out his mouth, it started to really get to me, but I didn't really pay attention the first time. But the second time, I paid attention. And, you know, you want things to work, and you cannot make things work, because if it's not in the will of God, God is not going to force it, because I'm going to show y'all this again. When his hand is on your life like this, I mean, he's grabbing you. That's how God was doing with me. He was grabbing me. After I had can you imagine having your daughter in January the 5th? Then you go through domestic violence in August, all the way to September, October, November. And God made a way for you. God made a way for you in November, before Thanksgiving. God bless you with something you prayed for. When you was in a situation when somebody could destroy your life. But when God have his hand on your life, don't let God go. Don't let him go. I'm here to tell you to have faith and believe in yourself and know that God loves you. Doesn't matter what your situation is. If you're going through homeless, if you just had a baby and the guy don't want to be with you and he don't want to help out with you, just do what you have to do. Take care of your kids. Your kids going to appreciate everything that you're doing for them. They're going to thank you for doing everything. But what I'm telling you is never give up on your dreams. Never give up on your prayer life. Never give up on nothing, because God is always with you through it all. And I'm telling you to remain strong in everything that you do. Doesn't matter if your kids have issues. Get your kids every help that they need. Let me tell you this. Your kids will always be here before a man and a woman. Your kids will always be beside you. When that person leave you, you still taking care of your kids. You're still being a mother. You're still being there. Let me tell you, your kids going to remember what you do. And don't worry about, let me tell you this. Don't worry about, God, I don't want a man. I don't want a boyfriend. God is going to bless you at the right time. Yeah, you're going through your moaning. Yeah, you're going through your crying. Yeah, but when God bless you with somebody, that person is going to be for you. When you have been living holy, when you have been sacrificing yourself for God, I'm telling y'all, I am at a better place in my life. And I ask God, how the heck did I went through all this in 1 year and you blessed me like this? Because when it's your prayer life is so strong, only the strong ones, only the strong people can survive what I went through. I tell you, what I went through, I don't know. I don't know. But God, I'm telling you, I was in this shelter. I had to pray. Demons and everything was in that shelter, but just filthy. You have to have a spiritual connection with God. If you do not, you will miss everything. Your eyes have to be open. You cannot be asleep when you praying. You cannot be dreaming. Like, you have to have your eyes open. And when I say that, I'm saying you have to pray and watch. Pray and watch around you. And I did not know that I was doing that the whole time I was in the shelter. I was praying and watching. I was fasting. I had to fast. I pushed myself to fast because I was hungry for God. I was hungry for a change. I'm going to tell y'all something. I went on a fast I went on a fast Monday and Tuesday, me and this lady. And I believed in God to change the circumstances at the shelter we was at. I said, God, look, I need you sending some vouchers. I need you to answer our prayer. We had did this prayer. And let me tell you that we was on one accord. Me and this lady, we was on one accord. When I tell you, God answered our prayer in 2 weeks. God had remodeled some things in there. I was thankful because the shelter was just giving vouchers out. They are just giving vouchers out, these shelters. And I tell you, I'm praying that everybody that's in that shelter get it, because everybody needs to get vouchers that's going through homeless situation, because it's not a joke being on the street, trying to figure out what you and your kids going to sleep at. People don't understand. You never know what homeless feel like until you get in that situation. I went through all of that in 1 year. In 1 year. And when I tell you, people look at me like, "Dad, girl, you strong." It's not me, it's God. I'm a living witness to let you know that whatever you go through, you can make it. You can make it. You can make it. Look at me. You can make it. my brother. You can make it, my sister. You can make it. You can make it. I'm still here. I'm happy. I'm glad. My kids are doing good. My kids are healthy. My son is doing better. He was having behavior problems. He is doing wonderful. He is doing wonderful. Every day we are praying. We are praying. We are praying so much that he already know what to do. To give me this bottle. To give me my praying bottle. When I tell you, I have that same bottle that I don't know. I just went into the grocery store and I believed in the change as I got that oil. I got that same oil on my dresser right here. And I said to God, I said, look, I prayed over that oil. I said, this is my healing oil. I'm going to name this healing oil. Whatever we need is going to be the healing oil. If we need our body healed, if we need our health healed, if we need a place healed, if whatever we need, God, financial, if we need everything, Father, this oil is our protection. Everywhere I go, it's going with me. Because how it's going with me? Because it's on my head. My oil is shining above my head every day. Believe me on that. Believe me on that. You got to anoint your kids. I'm going to tell you, I used to take my son to school at his old school every day. And the lady would say, why his face so shiny? Why he look so shiny? Oh, that's the anointing of God on his face. You have to anoint your kids with oil and let them know that God is shining all over me. Whether you believe it or not. You want God's blood to shine on your life. To know that you're doing the right thing. Let me tell you. You don't want no sin to put you in hell. When I tell you, it took me a while to get to where I needed to be right now. To understand what my parents were saying. To understand what my father was saying. Yeah, you don't understand when you're young. Yeah, shut up. I don't want to hear it. But when you really sit down and think about your life and say, God, wow. Wow. You made a way for me. You made a way. Don't know how, but you did it. You made a way. Don't know how, but you did it. You made a way. So we're standing here only because you made a way. You move mountains. You made walls to fall with the power. You make miracles. There is nothing impossible. So we're standing here only because you made a way. And we're standing here only because you made a way. You move mountains. You made walls to fall with the power. You work miracles, and there is nothing impossible. It was standing there only because you made a way. You made a way. You made a way. You made a way. Don't know how, but I'm grateful. You made a way. Don't know why, but I did it. You made a way. So what I'm saying is, even though you see me crying, it's tears, but it's rejoicing. Because when you did everything right, and you don't have to go through the same drama with somebody that's holding you back, that don't want you to go forward in your life, you made a way. Let me tell you this. You can make it. You can make it, and you will make it. How? Trust God. Trust your faith and get through it. If I did it, I know you can do it. Because He moved mountains. He moved mountains. Let me tell you this. God would move anybody in your life that don't even supposed to be in your life. He will move them people out your life if it ain't meant for them to be in it. He will move people out your life and give you new friends, give you new people that you're supposed to follow. But I want to say, be encouraged, trust the Lord in everything you do, and it will work out for your good. Remember to stay blessed, focused, and encouraged. And thank you for watching, and have a blessed, wonderful day.